The Singer's Gun is the story of a man named Anton Waker, and his entire family is corrupt. And they love him very much, but his parents are dealers in stolen goods. And when he's about 18, he goes into business with his cousin, Arya, selling fake passports to undocumented immigrants in New York City. And as the book begins, he's in his 20s, and he's trying very hard to move away from that life and to live more honorably in the world. And he's established himself as a very successful middle manager at a consulting firm until his cousin approaches him and has, you know, the proverbial offer that he can't refuse to do one last job for him. So it's the story of how his life begins to unravel and how he finds a different way of living following that event. The Lola Quartet was just published in the United States and Canada. And it's the story of a man named Gavin Sasaki, who's a journalist in New York City. But following a series of errors in his work, he flames out, as we would say, somewhat spectacularly, and ends up selling foreclosed real estate in South Florida with his sister, and learns that he might have a 10-year-old child from a high school girlfriend who disappeared. So he's a man who's always lived somewhat out of time. You know, he's obsessed with old movies, old cameras, fedoras, etc., and somewhat adrift in his life. And he launches his own private investigation to try to find his daughter and to track down the former members of his high school jazz quartet, who he thinks might know where she is.